The full moon is here, and its energy is peaking like never before. This isn't just another phase in the lunar cycle. It's a cosmic surge that demands your attention. Right now, the universe is calling you to tune in, to brace yourself, and to prepare for powerful shifts that are already beginning to unfold. Why? Because this energy is unlike anything you've felt before. It's raw, it's potent, and it's reaching deep into every corner of your life. This isn't a time for coincidence or random events. This is alignment, an opportunity, a challenge. You may not realize it yet, but the days ahead will bring revelations you never expected, changes you didn't plan for, and energy you must learn to harness before it overwhelms you. What happens next is entirely up to you. But here's the thing, you can't ignore this. The full moon tonight stands as a celestial spotlight, illuminating not just the night sky, but the hidden corners of your life. Imagine it as the universe's pulse, strong, steady, and sending waves of energy rippling across the cosmos. But this isn't just about beauty or awe. This full moon marks a turning point, a culmination of energies that have been building over the past lunar cycle. Symbolically, the full moon represents release and reflection. It's the cosmic mirror, showing you truths you've ignored, paths you've avoided, and emotions you've buried. Think of it as a powerful reset button, offering you the chance to shed old baggage and step forward with clarity and intention. On an energetic level, the moon's gravitational pull doesn't just affect the tides, it stirs the waters within you. It amplifies emotions, heightens intuition, and brings unresolved energies to the surface. This is why you may feel restless, reflective, or even overwhelmed. And why now? Because this is your moment. The full moon is pushing you to let go of what no longer serves you and make room for what's meant to come. If you embrace this energy, it can be transformative. If you resist, it will only grow louder. The choice is yours. The energy of this full moon is a powerful invitation to pause and take a closer look at your life. Not in the hurried way we often glance at things, but deeply, like looking into the still waters of a lake and seeing your reflection, raw and unfiltered. What do you see when you strip away the distractions? What do you feel when the noise fades and only truth remains? Think about the routines you've fallen into, the patterns you repeat without question. Are they truly serving you? Or have they become comfortable weights, holding you back from the growth you know is waiting just beyond your reach? It's easy to let the familiar keep us tethered, but sometimes the most profound transformation lies in what we're too afraid to face. This moment isn't asking for perfection, it's asking for honesty. Have you noticed the quiet whispers of discontent in the background of your days? Those fleeting thoughts that say, something's missing, or there's more for me than this. They aren't distractions, they're signals. This moon is amplifying them, urging you to listen and not brush them aside this time. Imagine standing in a room filled with items you've collected over the years, some treasures, some burdens. Now, imagine the light of this full moon illuminating every corner of that room, showing you what's worth keeping and what's taking up space. Which relationships feel like they breathe life into you and which feel like they drain you? Which habits align with the person you want to become and which keep you in a cycle of stagnation? And let's be real, change is uncomfortable. The idea of letting go can feel like losing a part of yourself. But here's the thing, you're not losing anything that's meant for you. In fact, every release creates space for something better. The universe isn't asking you to sacrifice. It's asking you to trust. Think of the moon as a spotlight on your heart, illuminating what you've been too busy or too afraid to see. Are you holding on to resentment that no longer serves you? Are you clinging to an old version of yourself because it feels safer than stepping into the unknown? These are the questions this energy is asking you to confront, not to make you feel small, but to help you see just how expansive you can be when you let go. Take a moment to reflect on what has been weighing on your spirit lately. Is it a conversation you've been avoiding? A dream you've been too afraid to pursue? Or maybe it's the way you've been speaking to yourself, letting doubt and fear drown out your inner voice. Whatever it is, this moon is offering you a chance to rewrite the narrative. Imagine waking up tomorrow feeling lighter, not because everything is suddenly perfect, but because you've chosen to release what no longer aligns with your highest self. Imagine stepping into your day with clarity and purpose, knowing you're not bound by the past, but guided by the lessons it's taught you. This is the energy the full moon brings. It's not here to overwhelm you. It's here to empower you, to remind you that even in moments of uncertainty, you have the strength to choose yourself, to choose growth, healing, and the life you truly deserve. So ask yourself, W7 hat will you release under this moonlight? And what will you make space for in its glow? The answers are already within you. You just need the courage to listen. The moon, in all its brilliance, is not just a passive observer of your life. It's a guide, a teacher, and in many ways, a mirror for your journey. Its light shines not only on the external world, but on the parts of yourself you've kept hidden. Those dreams, fears, and truths you rarely share, even with yourself. This illumination isn't meant to intimidate or overwhelm. It's meant to empower you, to give you the clarity and courage to step into your next chapter with purpose. Think of the energy of this full moon as a tide. It rises, it swells, and it carries with it the debris of everything that no longer belongs. If you fight it, if you cling to what's being washed away, you'll only exhaust yourself. But if you let go, if you allow the tide to cleanse your spirit, you'll find that what's left behind is pure, essential, and uniquely yours. This is the first step: surrender. Not as a sign of defeat, but as an act of trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust that what's meant for you will always remain. Start by creating space. You can't welcome new growth when you're holding on to the clutter of the past. Look at your life as though it were a garden. What weeds have taken root that are choking the flowers you want to see bloom? Maybe it's a toxic relationship, a self-doubt that creeps in when you're on the verge of something great, or a habit that feels comforting but keeps you stuck. Whatever it is, this is the time to gently but firmly pull it out. Not with anger, not with regret, but with love. Because even the weeds had their purpose. They taught you what you no longer need. As you clear this space, turn your attention inward. The light of the full moon can guide you, but it's your inner light that will sustain you. Ask yourself, what do I want to create in this new space? What kind of energy do I want to cultivate? Be specific. Vague intentions yield vague results. If you want peace, define what peace looks like in your life. If you want abundance, identify what abundance truly means to you. Not just in material terms, but in joy, in love, in connection. This is also a moment to reconnect with your body and your breath. Too often, we exist in a state of tension, bracing ourselves for the next challenge, the next wave of uncertainty. But your body is not just a vessel for moving through life. It's a compass. It tells you when you're out of alignment, when you're holding on to something that isn't serving you. Use this time to listen to it. Stand under the moonlight if you can, or simply close your eyes and imagine its glow surrounding you. Breathe deeply. Inhale the energy of renewal and exhale everything that feels heavy. With each breath, imagine yourself becoming lighter, freer, more aligned with who you're meant to be. Remember, too, that transformation isn't about rushing forward. It's about moving with intention. The moon doesn't hurry its phases. It knows that every stage has its purpose. In the same way, give yourself permission to take your time. Reflect on what you've learned from the cycles you've lived through. Celebrate the ways you've grown, even if that growth came through struggle. And know that every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward the life you're creating. The full moon's energy is powerful, yes, but it's also deeply personal. It doesn't demand grand gestures or dramatic changes. It simply asks you to be present, to be open, and to trust in the process of becoming. This is your time, not to be perfect, but to be real, to honor where you've been, to embrace where you are, and to welcome what's coming with an open heart. Are you ready? The moonlight touches everything, revealing what we often miss in the rush of daily life. It highlights the beauty of stillness, the necessity of release, and the inevitability of transformation. But here's the truth. Transformation doesn't happen in one sweeping moment. It happens in the small, consistent choices you make every day. It's not about suddenly becoming someone new. It's about uncovering the truest version of yourself, layer by layer, choice by choice. Start with one simple action. Gratitude. Under the full moon, take a moment to acknowledge everything in your life that has shaped you. Even the pain, the mistakes, and the heartbreaks. They were not there to punish you. They were there to teach you, to shape you, and to strengthen you. Imagine each of these experiences as a stepping stone, helping you cross the river of life. Without them, you wouldn't be standing where you are now. Gratitude doesn't mean you have to love every part of the journey. It means you recognize its value. Once you've honored where you've been, it's time to focus on where you're going. The energy of this full moon is like a compass, guiding you toward what you're meant to pursue. But a compass is only useful if you take the time to read it. What direction feels right to you? What path ignites something within you, even if it feels uncertain or challenging? The answers may not come all at once, and that's okay. Clarity isn't always immediate. It's something you create through action. Think of this process like sculpting. You don't carve a masterpiece in one stroke. You chip away, refine, and shape until the vision becomes clear. Your life is no different. Use this time to carve away what doesn't belong, self-doubt, fear of judgment, or the weight of expectations that aren't truly yours. With each piece you let go of, you'll reveal more of the beauty that's been there all along. But transformation isn't just about removing what no longer fits. It's also about planting seeds for what you want to grow. The energy of the full moon is ideal for setting intentions, but intentions are only the beginning. They're the blueprint, not the building. What action will you take to bring your intentions to life? Maybe it's a conversation you've been avoiding, a commitment to a healthier habit, or simply saying yes to an opportunity that scares you. Whatever it is, take that first step. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be honest. As you move forward, don't forget the importance of community. The moon, as solitary as it seems, is part of a greater system. It's connected to the earth, the tides, and the stars. In the same way, you are not meant to navigate this journey alone. Reach out to those who uplift you, who remind you of your strength, and who challenge you to grow. And if you don't have that support system right now, let this be the moment you start building it. Connection is a powerful force, and under this moonlight, it can spark incredible change. Lastly, remember to be gentle with yourself. Transformation is not a linear process. There will be days when you feel unstoppable, and days when you question everything. That's okay. The moon doesn't shine with the same intensity every night, yet its presence is constant. Let that be a reminder that your worth is not measured by your productivity or your perfection. It's measured by your willingness to show up for yourself, again and again. This is your time to step into alignment with your truest self, to let go of the weight you've been carrying and make space for the light that's been waiting to guide you. The full moon is here, its energy at its peak, and it's calling you to rise to the occasion. Are you ready to answer? Imagine this moment as a crossroads, one illuminated by the brilliance of the full moon, its light cutting through the shadows of uncertainty. You stand there, faced with a choice that feels both monumental and deeply personal. The moon's glow whispers a truth that can no longer be ignored. The time for hesitation is over. The time to claim your life, your purpose, and your power is now. The energy swirling around you is not chaotic, it's intentional. It's here to shake loose what no longer serves you, to dismantle the walls you've built around your dreams, and to ignite a fire within you that refuses to be extinguished. Can you feel it? That stirring in your chest, that sense that something bigger than yourself is at play. This is the turning point, the moment where everything pivots. But for that to happen, you have to say yes to it. This full moon is not just a celestial event. It's a mirror reflecting back the infinite possibilities of who you can become. It's showing you that the version of yourself you've been waiting for isn't somewhere far off in the future. It's here, now, buried beneath the doubts, the fears, and the excuses you've carried for far too long. The moonlight doesn't ask for perfection. It asks for honesty. It asks for action. It asks for belief. Think of this moment as the final push before dawn. The darkness behind you holds the weight of your past struggles, regrets, and missed opportunities. But ahead lies the horizon, glowing with the promise of a new beginning. The question isn't whether you're ready. The question is whether you're willing to trust that every choice you've made, every hardship you've endured, has prepared you for this exact moment. Willing to take the first step, even if it's uncertain. Willing to believe that you are capable of rewriting your story. Transformation is never comfortable. It demands that you confront the parts of yourself you've avoided, that you step into the unknown without a guarantee of what lies on the other side. But it also promises something extraordinary: the freedom to live as your truest self, the courage to embrace your potential, the power to shape your destiny, not as a passive observer, but as an active creator. Close your eyes for a moment and visualize the life you've always wanted. Not the one you've settled for, not the one shaped by fear or doubt, but the one that sets your soul on fire. See it clearly. Feel it. Now realize that this vision is not some distant fantasy. It's a roadmap. Every choice you make from this moment forward can either bring you closer to that life or pull you further away. The full moon is your guide, its light showing you the path, but only you can take the steps. So here's the challenge. Don't just stand at the crossroads, staring at the possibilities. Step forward. Write down one thing, just one, that you've been holding back on. It could be a dream you've tucked away, a fear you've avoided facing, or a decision you've been delaying. Write it down, and then commit to one action you'll take in the next 24 hours to move closer to it. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. This is your turning point. This is where you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. The moonlight is fading, and soon it will be gone, leaving you with the choices you've made. Make them count. This isn't just another night, another phase. It's the moment your transformation begins. The only question left is, will you answer the call? As the moon begins its descent and the night starts to wane, let this moment linger in your heart. Everything we've shared, the energy of this full moon, the promise of transformation, the invitation to rise above the weight of the past, has been building to this point. The universe has set the stage, and now it's your turn to take action. This isn't just about tonight. It's about the choices you make in the days, weeks, and months to come. The energy you tap into now will ripple outward, shaping the life you've always dreamed of, but perhaps never dared to fully claim. Take a deep breath and let yourself reflect on the journey we've been on together. We explored the profound significance of this cosmic event, the full moon's light shining not only on the world around you, but within you as well. It revealed truths you can no longer ignore, desires you must honor, and fears you're finally ready to release. We talked about the power of gratitude, the necessity of intention, and the courage it takes to step into the unknown. And now the question that lingers is this: what will you do with this knowledge? How will you harness this energy and make it your own? Remember, transformation doesn't demand perfection. It asks for courage. It doesn't require you to have all the answers. It only asks that you take the first step. The beauty of this journey is that you don't have to do it alone. The moon, the stars, and the entire universe are rooting for you, reflecting back your strength and potential. And so am I. I want you to take this energy and carry it with you into the days ahead. Reflect on what's been holding you back. Write down your dreams, your fears, and your intentions. Speak them aloud if you can, under the night sky, or even in the quiet of your room. There's power in declaring what you want, in giving voice to the changes you're ready to make. Let this full moon be the spark that ignites your transformation. Now let's make this a conversation. What's the one thing you're ready to release under this full moon? What's the one dream you're finally ready to embrace? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your words could inspire someone else, and together we can create a ripple effect of hope and empowerment. If this message resonated with you, let's keep this energy alive. Hit the like button to affirm your intention to grow, and share this video with someone who might need this message tonight. You never know how deeply one moment, one choice, or one connection can impact another person's life. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. We're on this journey together, and there's so much more to explore. The cosmos is vast, and its wisdom endless, but it's only meaningful when shared. By subscribing, you're not just joining a channel, you're becoming part of a community that believes in the power of transformation, hope, and cosmic connection. Before I go, let me leave you with a glimpse of what's coming next. The celestial shifts on the horizon are nothing short of extraordinary, and they hold the potential to transform your life in ways you never imagined. In our next video, we'll delve into the rare and powerful energies of the upcoming lunar eclipse, a moment so charged with possibility that it could redefine your path entirely. You won't want to miss it. For now, under the glow of this full moon, Let me remind you one last time. The universe is always speaking to you. Its messages are written in the stars, whispered in the winds, and reflected in the rhythms of your own heart. All you have to do is listen and act. This is your time, your turning point. The full moon has illuminated the path. Now take it. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, stay connected, stay inspired, and stay true to the light within you.